chiedere due cose: quanto dal suo punto di vista la Hollywood di oggi è diversa da quella di allora, se dovesse dire una cosa in cui è particolarmente cambiata, e poi se lei crede davvero in fondo che il cinema possa mutare la realtà.
To me, cinema is so different from what it was in the 90s when I started, all right? So just even go back to 1969, you don't know where to start. Well, frankly, I will say there's so many things. Whenever I'm asked a question that so many things in my mind, I usually just grab the first thing that popped into my mind. And it's a little based on what Margot said, is, back in those, I guess you'd call those the old days, but even in the 90s, and even into the 2000s, people committed to building sets. It wasn't just going to be added later. You watch a Cannon movie, or Tobe Hooper's Life Force, and it has this magnificent warehouse sets where they create these whole new worlds. I watched, I've never seen it when it came out. I watched Rennie Harlin's Cutthroat Island. And it was a pretty good movie, but in today's world, it's a fantastic movie. They built this entire thing, and this entire village, and they did these incredible carriage action sequences that they just had to commit to doing. And there was no CGI involved. It cost a fortune, and it's all on the screen. And now even the big budget movies don't got time for that bullshit. And I just think something is just terribly lost. And there's something terribly lost as far as on the picture. There's something terribly lost in the movie, and there's a horrible loss when it comes to craftsmanship. And I feel that is a very, very big danger. It's one of my biggest pet peeves about digital filmmaking is not just me being an old fart saying I like film better than digital. It is the fact that there's a tremendous amount of craftsmanship to go to light film and get it get through the different processes to capture an image in a beautiful way. It's easy to do on digital. It's even easy to do on film if you're just only planning on going to digital, because video gives you all these latitudes for color timing and everything. But if you got somebody like Bob Richardson, you got to capture it so good that when it gets through three duplicating processes, that the film print that is eventually showing in the theater is golden and it's fantastic. Well, a lot of people can't do that. That's what separates the wheat from the chaff. Is the people who know how to take the film print to get it through all the different degradations, that what's actually showing on the screen is sparkling and dazzling. And that's a craftsmanship, and it is going away, guys. It is going away. I don't know if cinema can... I don't know if cinema can change history. I think it can influence history.
Lea, allora io vorrei chiedere un'altra cosa a Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo, che responsabilità c'è nel diventare non solo l'attore di riferimento di un regista come Tarantino o come Scorsese o come altri? Che tipo di responsabilità senti ogni volta, al di là immagino, della gratificazione di essere scelto?
Well, I think if I took even the term having responsibility would be too intimidating to even do my job. Responsibility, quite honestly, I grew up a fan of movies and cinema. I grew up, and every young actor that speaks to me about wanting to be a part of this industry, whether they want to be a director or an actor, the first thing I tell them is, go out and watch as many films as you possibly can. Find your heroes, find your influence, create your own identity through, we stand on the shoulders of giants, as they say. And I harkened back to that before, but You go back to the 1920s and you look at these, speaking of sets and set pieces, I mean, it was literally the wild, wild west. And from the sheer mass of and congregation of people that were coming together to create something new visually, you have this whole wealth of history to look back on. And there's so many different genres and so many different ages in cinema history that have influenced me that I often don't question what my responsibility is more who do I want to work with that is going to push me further? Well, who's going to be able to put that screenplay that I read and that script, you know, it is a director's medium and we see a cinema through the director's eyes, and who's going to best be able to take your performance or that screenplay and give that audience that rare feeling of actually being connected with that category that's up on screen. And that's a rare gift. So it's always been director-driven. It's a director-driven medium for me. So that's what I'm attracted to.
Thank you.